Hey, good afternoon, first grade. I hope you guys are all doing really well. I hope life is great for you today. I have a little lesson for you guys today, but for me to do that, I want to present my screen to you guys. So I'm going to turn on my screen. Give me a second, please. I appreciate all your help, your patience. It's all gravy. Okay. So I think you guys can see my screen now. Okay. I have a word coming up. Okay. That word at the top is a big giant word. It says frustrated. Okay. Frustrated. And then here at the bottom, I put, I'm mad and I don't know what to do about it. Okay. So have you guys ever felt frustrated? Maybe you know what that word means already, right? And if you don't, let me kind of explain it to you as best I can. Okay. Frustrated is a normal human feeling that we all get at times when we are presented or trying to do a difficult task and we aren't being as successful as we want to be. Okay? Maybe there's been a time where you're trying to read a book that's above your grade level and it's hard and it's challenging for you and you feel like giving up. You might have been frustrated. Okay? Or maybe there's a time where you're learning a brand new sport, like maybe you're trying to do karate and you can't do a certain thing that you were trying really hard to do, and you get angry because you just can't make your body do it. You might have been frustrated. Okay. So today we're going to talk about what being frustrated is. Okay. And more importantly, how do we deal with it when we are frustrated? Because we all do get frustrated at times from time to time. Okay. And we have to know about how to deal with it. So let's go on. Let's see what we got. Ooh, guys, I like using emojis because they kind of explain things to us in pictures sometimes, right? So I got two emojis here, and both of these guys look like they might be feeling frustrated. Okay, the one guy on one side has his hands up on the top of his head. He's got one eye open, one eye closed, and he's got his mouth open. It looks like he might be yelling. Okay, it looks like some sweat might be coming off of his head. He might look frustrated. Okay, the other guy on the other side, he's got some orange cheeks and he's got his hands in his fist, like by his face, right? And he's got some smoke coming off of the top of his head. He might look little more angry or mad, right? Because when you get frustrated, if you don't figure out how to deal with it, that frustration may go to being angry or mad, right? So frustrated turns into mad if you don't figure out how to deal with it, okay? So Mr. Gomez wants to teach you guys how to deal with it just a little bit, okay? And I'm going to use some cartoon pictures here because I like cartoons. I'm a old man that likes cartoons. I like to watch my cartoons and remember how much I used to love cartoons as a kid. I hope you guys still like cartoons, okay? So let's start off with Mr. Gomez. When I was young, I would get frustrated with things like this. Okay. For those of you guys that don't know, this is called a Rubik's Cube. Most of you guys probably don't know because you guys are too young for this. But when I was a kid, about your age, this was one of the toys I was given to play with. Okay. The thing is, on one side, this Rubik's Cube is all matched up. All the blues are with the blues, the whites are with the whites, the reds are with the reds, the yellows are with the yellows, and the greens are with the greens, right? There's six sides to this cube, and they're all matched up perfectly. And when you buy this Rubik's Cube, that's how you get it. It's matched up perfectly. Then the whole object of the cube is you scramble it and scramble it and scramble it and scramble it, right? All the way until it looks like on the one on the other side, right? And then you challenge yourself to try to get it to go back to the way it was to begin with. Okay, and that's the hard part. Me, I used to get frustrated trying to be able to make this thing go back to normal or back to where it was supposed to be. And I couldn't get it. I just didn't feel like I was smart enough or I was good enough to be able to get it, right? So I would get super frustrated and super mad. And then there were times where I would just get the Rubik's Cube and throw it at the wall and go bang. and then the Rubik's Cube would explode into a bunch of pieces, right? My mom would get mad at me, and it wasn't good, right? I wasn't handling my frustration in the way I should have handled my frustration, right? And so that's why I want to make sure that we teach you guys how to handle your frustration. Let's see. Ooh, there's a picture of a young man that may have been like one of you guys being frustrated, right? It looks like he's being frustrated because he's trying to do his work. And I don't know what happened to make him frustrated, but it looks like it might have been his pencil that broke. And so now he can't finish his work. Or maybe he was having a hard time and then he broke his pencil because he was so frustrated, right? It happens to all of us, guys. And believe me, it's happened to me. It's probably happened to your teachers. It's probably even happened to your parents. They get frustrated over trying to learn new things sometimes because it's not always easy. There are certain people that do better at math than they do at reading, right? So it gets frustrating, guys, and it's okay to be frustrated. Here's a teacher being frustrated, right? She's doing distance learning and she's trying to teach her kids how to something new, right? And they're not getting it, and so she's frustrated. She leans back and she just yells, "Ah!" Right? So she's being very frustrated too. Here's an adult at work. Okay, he got frustrated and he got up and he punched his hand through the computer. But the problem is that's not the right way of dealing with things because now, guess what? You don't have a computer no more. And they might fire him because he destroyed the property of the business, right? Or even if that's his own personal computer, now what's he going to do? He has to pay for a whole nother computer because he got upset. He got mad because he was frustrated and he didn't know how to deal with it, right? And he destroyed his computer, right? So that's not the right way to deal with our frustrations, to get angry and then break something or beat up somebody, okay? So, okay, maybe you guys have been to this point, okay? Where you've been so frustrated you feel like pulling your hair out. This person is just completely losing it, right? She's going crazy because she can't figure out what to do with her frustration. But for most of us, this is how we end up reacting when we get frustrated, okay? Most of us will give up, not want to do it no more, go to the corner and kind of feel sad or maybe cry, okay? And that's okay. That's a normal human reaction to being frustrated. But I want to teach you how to deal with it a little bit better, okay? So you don't have to feel bad about anything because you shouldn't. So what do we do? What now? What do we do now that we're frustrated, right? How do we even stop it, right? What do we do? First, okay, and I put a stop sign here because that's the very first thing that has to happen. When we realize we're getting angry or frustrated or our emotions are getting out of control where our body becomes really tense, right? And maybe we start yelling at people or getting mad at people, we just got to stop first, right? We got to stop whatever we were doing. If it was your homework, stop, right? If you were cleaning something at the house and you got frustrated because you couldn't finish fast enough, just stop. If you were trying to read a new word, right, and you couldn't figure it out, just stop. First, we got to stop, okay? We got to pull ourselves away from that situation. We got to walk away from it for a little bit just to get our head and our mind back to where we want it to be, our body back to where we want it to be. We want our body to be calm. We want our head to be calm, okay? So I'm going to give you guys some things that you might be able to do when you stop and you walk away. Let's see. First, when you stop, you can take a break, right? Maybe go hang out in your living room on a comfortable chair and eat a healthy snack. This guy is hanging out on a hammock outside his house, eating an apple. That's a good break, right? He might feel a lot better about himself after he takes his break. And maybe he'll want to go back to finish whatever he was doing. Okay? So taking a break is one of the greatest things you can do when you're feeling that frustrated and you don't know what to do. Okay? Take a break. Let's see what else you might be able to do. Play with your pet. A lot of you guys got kittens, cats, dogs, even some other pets like snakes and gerbils and hamsters and stuff like that, right? If you take the time to go out and play with your pet or walk your pet or just hang around your pet, believe me, you're going to feel a lot better about things because pets have a way of making our bodies calm again and making our minds calm again. And so we feel so much better after we hang out with our pets. Okay. So you got to stop. You can take a break and get a healthy snack, or you can play with your pet. Those are two good ones, right? Let's see what else. Oh, our teachers teach us to get up and stretch, right? So you can get up and stretch, right? Get all your body to feel better, right? Stretch out, feel good about yourself again, or even run around outside a little bit, okay? Those are all good ways. Taking a break and getting a healthy snack, playing with your pet, getting up and stretching. But this is the one Mr. Gomez wants to teach you about today, okay? For me, I think this is probably one of the most important ones for everybody to be able to learn, okay? And it's important because taking a deep breath helps us get our minds and our bodies calm to the point where we're ready to be able to take on that task all over again, okay? So I'm going to teach you guys to breathe deeply today in a breathing exercise, okay? But we're going to do it with two parts, okay? Now you could see on this picture, the first part says smell the flower. So this young person has a flower. He raises it up to his nose, right? I'm going to pretend my pencil is my flower. So I'm going to raise it up to my nose. And then like you do with any flower, when you smell it, you got to take in the smell of the flower with your nose, right? So you close your eyes and you pretend like you're just taking in the smell of the flower. Oh, that smells so pretty, right? And then the second part is called blow the pinwheel. So that's where we take our breath that we just took in and we use our mouth to blow the pinwheel and make the little things on the pinwheel move. Okay, so it's smell the flower first, and then blow the pinwheel out. Smell the flower, blow the pinwheel out. Okay, so I'm going to count you guys down and you guys are going to do this with me, okay? So I'm going to count to 3 and then we're going to smell the flower. We're going to hold our breath until I count to 5 and then we're going to blow the pinwheel, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Smell the flower. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Blow the pinwheel. 1, 2, 3. Smell the flower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Blow the pinwheel. Okay. Now we're going to do it so I'm not counting, okay? I'm just going to say smell the flower and blow the pinwheel, okay? And we're going to do it nice and slow. We're going to try to do it as slow as we can. And then I'm going to even talk a little bit calmer, okay? So first, we're going to smell the flower. Take it in, then blow the pinwheel. Smell the flower. Blow the pinwheel. Then we'll start to do it slower. Smell the flower. Blow the pinwheel. Smell the flower. Blow the pinwheel. Smell the flower. Blow the pinwheel. And guys, after about 5 or 6 of those, you're going to notice how much better you feel, okay? My body feels so much better right now just doing those little things with you right now, okay? So this is probably the most important one that I want you guys to remember, okay? I want you guys to remember to be able to take big, deep breaths, okay? When you have a problem and you feel frustrated, you're going to stop whatever it is you're doing, okay? You're going to walk away. You're going to either take a break, Okay, let's go back to where we're gonna take a break and get a healthy snack, right? Get some water maybe, or we're gonna play with our pet. That's a good one. Okay, or we're gonna just get up and stretch or run around, act silly, get get loose. Okay, so our minds and our bodies can calm down again. But the most important one is being able to take big, deep breaths. Because guess what, guys? Say you're at school, right? Can you always just take a break immediately and go outside and hang out on your hammock and eat your snack? No, right? Your teachers might get upset at you a little bit. Or if you're at school, can you play with your pet? No, because your pet's at home, right? And if you get up and try to stretch, somebody might think you're just being silly, right? But guess what? This is the one you can do no matter where you are, no matter what time of the day, no matter who you're with, okay? You can do deep breathing anytime, any place. Okay? So this is the one I want you guys to remember. This is the one that's the most important. When you guys are having problems and you guys get frustrated, you're going to stop. You're going to take a break, or you're going to play with your pet, or you're going to get up and stretch. But most importantly, I want you to take some deep breaths, okay? 5 or 6 of them will make you feel so much better. I want you guys to practice those, okay? I want you guys to get good at it. And then remember, after you take your deep breaths, right? After you take your deep breath, hold on, I don't know why I stopped the presentation. You got to try again, right? This young man, his name is Charlie Brown. I grew up with him. He was a cartoon when I grew up, right? Charlie Brown loved to play sports, but he wasn't all the best at them. And so he would get super frustrated when he would strike out when he was trying to bat, right? Or kick a ball and somebody moved the ball, he would get super frustrated. But he never stopped trying, okay? So when you get frustrated, I want you to take your break or play with your pet or stretch and breathe deeply and then get back and start trying again, okay? Never give up, guys. Never give up. You can change how you try to do things, right? If you're trying to fly a kite and you can't get it up in the air and you get super frustrated, take a break. Then when you go back to try and put your kite up in the air again, maybe you can get somebody else's help to help hold it, or maybe you can get somebody to run with you, okay? But just don't ever stop trying, guys, okay? That's it, you guys. That's all I have for you guys today. I want you guys to make sure that after this next week coming up, we go on vacation. I want you guys to take your break, okay? Be safe, be healthy, enjoy time with your family, enjoy your little vacation, and then come back ready for 2021, okay? Because 2021 is right around the corner. Hopefully things are going to get better, okay, you guys? Until then, I will see you guys later. Bye.